Time now for Paris Tiger Sports on the Paris Sports Network. Brought to you by the Stewart and Carroll Funeral Home, White Sheet Metal Heating and Air Conditioning, Farm Credit Illinois, Prospect Bank, Soleil Body Salon, Diamond Brothers Insurance, Ingram Waste Disposal, Diamond Financial, Illini FS, Country Financial, and Terry Elliston State Farm Insurance. Also our affiliate sponsors, Moody Farms, Darren and Erica Kohlmeyer, Jim and Kay Taylor, Tom and Marnita Stuck, Step Farms and Excavation, Steve and Lynn Young, and the Mary Lou Pine family.
Good evening. Welcome to Paris High School. This is the Paris Sports Network. I'm Clay Best alongside Lenny Irwin, and we get set for game number 2 of the Illini Conference season for the Paris Tigers. Tigers coming into this match with a 5-1 overall record, 1-0 in conference play, coming off of that 84-32 thrashing of the New England Eagles, and set to take on a 1-0 Marshall team.
So Marshall coming in real short on numbers. They've only got 7 girls dressed, and they didn't even have enough for a JV squad tonight. So that's the reason we got a varsity-only contest, and it's an earlier start than normal. So bear with us if you tuning in to see the JV game. That's not happening tonight. So
varsity only, as you said, Lenny, and if Tigers come in here and play their game, we're going to be hoping for another running clock. Tigers, as we said, that score, Newton had a running clock all of the fourth quarter. Not only is Marshall shorthanded numbers-wise tonight, they are without their definitely arguably best player in Maya Osborne. Maya still battling concussion symptoms. No, I heard of her concussion a week, maybe even a little over a week ago. She is here, but she will be in street clothes on the bench for the Marshall Lions. Well, that band rocking over there ain't going to help a concussion, is it?
It's awesome. We haven't had that for a couple years now, it seems like. So everything due to the protocol with the COVID. And we're still fighting those issues as a couple games canceled tonight. And one of our partners has got it again, or he's in quarantine again. So, man, it just won't let up.
Yeah, Tri-County's game canceled. Villa Grove canceled on them. Saw up north, Cissna Park's game was canceled. But we're set to play here. Paris and Marshall will be back after the national anthem is played by the Tiger Pep Band. There will be a couple of recognitions after the anthem has been played. First off, Madison Rigdon headed out to the center court line. And she'll be presented with a plaque for scoring 1,000 points in her high school career.
That's amazing.
BJ and I talked before that Newton game just about how consistent Madison's been her whole career, and we all know the players that she played with and those girls that had the spotlight before her, right? And for Madison to continue to be consistent and obviously not fill up the stat sheet those first couple of years, but be consistent, putting points on the board, and she's resulted with 1,000 points and a plaque here tonight.
Wow, she's won 500 games?
Yeah.
Hadn't realized that.
Yeah, now being recognized, head coach Kathy Miller for the Marshall Lions.
And one of the first members of Coach Miller's team, Denise Young, are here to present Coach Miller with a commemorative plaque made by the engineering and design class Paris High School.
Plaque for Kathy Miller.
Thank you, Coach Miller, for all that you have done for girls basketball and for all of your players.
Coach Miller been with Marshall ever since the inception of their girls basketball program.
Now it's me starting lines for tonight.
Well, that's pretty amazing.
Pretty amazing.
Yep, you stick it around that long.
That's right. Now the Marshall lineup being announced. Noli Saunders, one starter for Marshall. Noli on her way to play at Lincoln Land next season as a senior. Then Kai Ingledow also playing at the next level. Not committed yet, but has visited Elmhurst and Eureka. Addie Scott, also a starter for this Marshall team. Addie Scott has stepped up in Maya Osborne's absence this season. And the other two starters for Marshall are Ashley Sanders and Libby McFarland.
All righty, Clay. Now we're ready for our Lady Tigers. Starting tonight will be number 3. She's only a junior, Trinity Tingley. He'll be at one guard. Number 11, our point guard, scoring phenomenon, whatever you want to call her, Caitlyn Littleton. She's knocking the lights out of it this year, as I bet she's averaging 20 points a game. Starting at a forward, number 13, Kendra Young. Number 32 in the middle, Demi Hawkins. And like you said, Madison Rigdon, our other guard that's scored her 1,000 point there Thursday, Madison Rigdon. So that'll get you started for tonight's contest.
Marshall coming into this one with a 6-2 overall record. As I mentioned, 1-0 in the LIC play. That was just a 2-point victory over the Golden Aces of Mount Carmel, 29-27. Losses against Fairfield and Tri-County, wins against Tuscola, Crispin, Neoga, St. Anthony, and only in out-of-conference action. They will start on defense as the tip is won by the Tigers. Right around on the floor for a second. Littleton came out of there with it. Paris into their offense. Trinity Tingley to run point of the midcourt logo. Rigdon steps into a 3, fires back iron, no good. Off to the right, knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Tigers. Tigers in their home whites, black and orange trim. Another 3 on the way. Rigdon right wing. This one is good for Madison Rigdon. Three-quarter court pressure from the Tigers. Saunders gets it across, and then just dribbled out of bounds. Last touch by the Tigers. It'll stay with Marshall. Saunders will run point for this Marshall squad. Bounce pass to Kai Ingledow. Littleton guards Ingledow. Kate won't give Kai much room out on the perimeter, else Ingledow won't be afraid to shoot and knock it down. Addie Scott backing away. Kendra Young guards her. Scott picked up her dribble. Pass down low to Ingledow. Looking for McFarland. Finds her, and then McFarland finishes strong off the glass for 2. Minute gone by. Here's Littleton right wing. Up top, Hawkins. Tigers work it around. Rigdon's going to have another 3, this time left wing. No good, but Hawkins is there for the offensive rebound. Dribbles on the baseline. Kick out Tingley.
Oh, good
finds
look.
Young down low, but swatted away by McFarland. Back the other way comes Marshall. Ingledow dribbles up top. Gives to Scott. Pass down low. McFarland would have had an easy put in for 2, but lost control out of bounds. Paris ball.
Good defense down there by Hawkins on the low box.
Tingley up for the Tigers. Passes to Rigdon. Has Young on the baseline. Back out top. Here's Hawkins at the elbow. One dribble looking for Young. Her pass deflected. Young gathers in. Kick out Tingley for 3. It's good from Trinity Tingley. And it's 6-2. Littleton and Tingley extend pressure. Here's a pass from Ingledow that was tipped. Goes out of bounds. Now she will inbound from in front of the Tiger bench. Ingledow gets it in to Sanders. Scott picked up her dribble at the volleyball line. Long pass finds Ingledow in the corner. Back to Scott. Scott, just a junior for this Marshall team. Works elbow to elbow. Sanders has the right wing. Rigdon all over her. Marshall around the perimeter. A drive and poked and stolen away. That was Saulers who lost it. Young picked it up and gave it to Tingley. Bounce pass finds Hawkins. One dribble off the glass. No good from Deming. Rebounded by Marshall. Back the other way. Scott had it. Gives to Ingledow. Kai thought about a 3, looked at the rim for a second. Catches it. She will fire this time and airball it. No good from Ingledow. Tiger ball. Tingley across half court for the Tiger offense. Littleton pops up on the far wing. Goes the opposite way of a Young screen. Kicks out top Hawkins. Young works down low against Scott. Here's Tingley dribbling around. Gives to Hawkins. A drive in the lane. Might have gone away with the travel. Missed the shot.
I think she walked a little, but.
Rebounded by Marshall. Ingledow nearly threw one away. Saulers hustled to save it. Gave it to Sanders. Now gets it back. To Scott. One dribble off the glass. No good, but a foul call.
Deming picks up her first, team's first.
Scott at the line. Makes the first as Caitlin Combs and Sarah Mills check in. Addie Scott had 17 points and 8 rebounds in a loss against Tri-County. Had 23 points in a win against Olney. Second free throw, no good. Rebounded by Kendra Young. To Combs. Littleton cuts baseline, catches the pass in the corner. Her first 3 of the night is no good. Rebounded by Rigdon for just a second. Then Mills got it back after Madison lost it. Her putback no good, and here comes Marshall. Couple of threes made by the Tigers. Other than that, bit of a slow start again for this Tiger offense. And into our first mask timeout. Score is 6-3. Your Tigers lead with 3:48 remaining in the first quarter. We'll take a break and be back after the timeout.
Diamond Brothers Insurance, LLC has been providing security and peace of mind for individuals, businesses, and government entities for over 150 years. Their agency philosophy is to serve their communities with excellent service, advanced technology, and comprehensive insurance protection. Visit any of their 44 locations throughout the state of Illinois, Indiana, and Wisconsin. You can give them a call at 465-5041 or stop by 111 Sheriff Street in Paris.
Teams out of the timeout. It will be Marshall ball from in front of the Tiger bench, where Libby McFarland will inbound. Intended for Sanders, on away by Littleton. Layup on the other end. Left hand strong from Kate, and it's 8-3 Tigers. More pressure from the Tigers. Marshall breaks it into the lane. Scott gets called for the double dribble.
Yep, another turnover, Marshall. I've got him for 3 now.
3:30 left, first quarter. Combs brings it up for the Tigers. Gives to Mills. Hurt and Littleton on the left wing. Out of the midcourt logo, here's Combs. Rigdon looking down low at Mills. Set gets into the lane. Kick out Young. Three-pointer on the way is good from Kendra Young. Good action there as Rigdon drove in. Drew in the defense just a step or two, enough to leave Kendra wide open. And it's 11-3. Soller's pass nearly stolen. Ingledow second three-ball attempt is no good, and their rebound will go out of bounds, and they'll say last touched by Marshall. Combs walks it up for the Tigers, passes right side Rigdon. Looks down low, finds Young. No dribble needed, shot no good. Rebound kicked around and pulled out of there by Mills. Up top, Rigdon's three is good. 6 points from Rigdon, all 6 from behind the three-point line. 14-3, couple of subs wait at the bench for the Tigers, and another turnover, Marshall. 14-3, Tingley passes to Littleton. Littleton into the lane. Now a baseline drive, shot up was blocked, but into the hands of Hawkins, who fires a three-point shot, no good. Rebounded by McFarland and then fouled by Littleton.
That'll be Caitlyn's first, team's second.
Tigers lead by 11. And here's a steal by Sarah Mills. Maybe didn't get credit for it, just knocked it away. Ingledow was there to pick it up. Back the other way comes Marshall, and a three on the way is good from Sollers, and it's 14-6. Hawkins up top, Tingley wide open for the three. Back iron, no good. Rebounded by Hawkins. Back up to Tingley. Looking down low, finds Mills, one dribble towards the lane. She spins, and up for two she goes. (16-6) Tigers. Pass down low to McFarland. Out to Sollers, fires a three from just about the same spot. Missed the rim this time. Rebounded by Sanders. Another chance and a putback for Addie Scott off the glass in the lane. Over two Tigers goes in. And it's her second and third points of the night. Tingley passes right side Combs. Mills posting up, and she'll catch a feed from Hawkins and can't finish. Rebounded by Marshall. Half a minute to play, first quarter. Ingledow's long pass knocked away by Hawkins. It'll stay with Marshall and give Madison Rigdon and Kendra Young a chance to check back in for the Tigers.
Coach Tingley keeping the girls fresh for sure.
28.1 on the clock. Inbound pass from McFarland goes to Ingledow. Picks up her dribble on the far wing. Sanders to Sollers. Sollers a drive. Hawkins good defense. Sollers had to fade away towards the baseline, nearly out of bounds, and was able to finish. 10 seconds. Tingley at the logo. Gives to Rigdon. 5 seconds. Tingley from the left wing. 3 seconds at the free throw line. Bounce pass Not sure who that was going to. Picked off by Addie Scott. And her full court heave goes far right. And we will head to the second quarter. Your Tigers lead 16-10 at the break.
Country Financial representatives Mark Gladding, Jim Blue, Katie Schopmeyer, and Dan Phipps proudly support our student athletes. Give them a call at 465-8320 or stop by their office at 802 North Main Street in Paris. Stewart & Carroll Funeral Home is dedicated to providing compassionate and individual attention to every family they serve, sincerely caring for your family's needs. Stewart & Carroll Funeral Home proudly supports Paris Tiger Athletics. Farm Credit Illinois supports communities, farm families, and agriculture with constructive credit and financial services today and tomorrow. Helping farm families succeed, that's Farm Credit Illinois.
We are ready for the second quarter. Tigers lead 16-10. It'll be Marshall ball out of the timeout. Tigers did have a comfortable lead there in the first quarter. Marshall got it back within 6. See how the Tigers respond to the run. Ingledow has it on the near side. Picked up her dribble on the corner. I think Rigdon stripped it of her, but Marshall got it back, then turned it over anyway. Hawkins up ahead of Combs, has Rigdon. Instead finds Young. Great find and a great cut from Kendra Young. That ends in 2 points. (18-10). 2 Marshall Lions there, followed Rigdon down the lane. And didn't know Young was coming up behind them. Here's a shot from Sollers, doesn't hit anything, but an offensive rebound and a putback makes it 18-12. Tiger lead by 6. Young in the corner for Tingley. Trinity dribbles out to the volleyball line to reset things. Pass left side, Combs. Pick and roll with Young is knocked and stolen away. Sollers got a hand on it. McFarland picked it up and gave it to Ingledow. Back to McFarland. Here's Sollers. She'll fire a 3 and hit it. Noli Sollers another 3. She's got 8, and it's 18-15.
I say Marshall's hanging right in there now.
Again, Marshall without arguably their best player in Maya Osborne. Trail by 3 here with 6:30 in the second quarter. Hawkins right wing up top, Combs. Osborne on her way to play at DePaul next season. Sits on the bench in street clothes tonight. Tigers work around the perimeter. Young got her defender up in the air, then tried to give it to Hawkins. Hawkins had to save it after bobbling the pass. Now here's Rigdon. A drive up off the glass. It rolls out, no good. Rebounded by Scott and given to Sollers. Marshall has a chance to tie it up with a 3. Sollers dribbles beyond the volleyball line. Combs and Tingley there to play defense. Tigers in a 2-3 zone. Here's a pass left side. Ingledow fires for 3. Airballed another one, but an offensive rebound by McFarland. Her putback no good. Then Scott turned it over. Young across half court to Tingley. Tingley a drive, throws one up, out of bounds, but they're going to say last touch Marshall. Tigers bailed out there. They'll take it out from under their own basket.
Tingley checks out as Littleton checks back in.
Littleton in for the Tigers and the younger Ingledow in for Marshall. As now Kai will take a break. McFarland checks back in for the Lions. Combs gives to Young. Screen set by Hawkins. Great roll and a good find from Kendra Young to Deming Hawkins. Couple of excellent looking pick and rolls from the Tiger offense already in this one.
Got a blocking foul. I think that's going to go against Littleton. Be her second. Team's third. Mills checks back in for Hawkins.
McFarland inbounded, then got it back from Saulers, nearly turned it over. Littleton had a piece on it the first time, then Rigdon the second pass. Now Rigdon has it after the turnover. Rigdon, layup good, plus a foul. She'll head to the line for a chance at a three-point play. Rigdon's free throw is good. Gives her 9 on the night. So far, we have 5 minutes to play before halftime. Ingledow, long pass that Sanders hauls in. Now into the lane to Scott. Kick out to Saulers. One dribble to her left. Shot up, no good. Rebounded by Rigdon. Good box out there from Trinity Tingley. Back the other way comes Rigdon. Now out to Tingley. Thought about a three. Step back. Pass down low. Mills to Rigdon. Deep three on the way, no good. Rebound right into the hands of Kai Ingledow. Dribbles across half court. Long pass tipped out of bounds by Rigdon.
McFarland checks back in as Sanders sits down for the Lions.
McFarland inbound, long pass that Combs barely misses and picked up by Ingledow and then turned over anyway. Rigdon with it. Crossed half court to Young. Wide open three from Kendra's no good. Left it just short. Rebounded by Ingledow. Pass up ahead to Zara Ingledow. Back to Kai. Back to Zara. Saulers had it, gave it to Scott. Scott drives in and had it blocked away. Mills and Rigdon combine on the defense. Here come the Tigers. Tingley into the lane. Shot up no good. Rebound. Mills hit the deck, so she couldn't hold on to it. Marshall out of there with it. 23-15, both teams in a few-minute scoring drought here. Scott down low, had it knocked away by Rigdon. Young up with it to Combs. 2 on 3, no numbers for Caitlyn. She'll pull it out and give it to Tingley. Law pass down low, Young catches up with a shot, no good. Got her own miss from the opposite side this time and is fouled.
Zara Ingledow picks up her second, team second.
Free throw from Young is good. Before her second, Deming Hawkins and Grace Sullivan will check in for the Tigers. Sullivan's first minutes of the night. Gracie Watson waits to check in for the shooter. She'll wait a bit longer as Young misses her seconds, 24-15. Ball poked away on the deck for the Tigers is Trinity Tingley. Marshall had Zara Ingledow down there, and it'll be a jump ball Paris possession when we come back from this break.
Golf season will be here before you know it. And Eagle Ridge Golf Course in Paris offers one of the preeminent courses in East Central Illinois and West Central Indiana. Their Wednesday night league will be starting up soon, but they also offer special services such as corporate events, receptions, and group lessons. Call 463-3434 or visit eagleridgeparis.com. Ingram's Waste Disposal offers residential and commercial trash pickup, commercial compactor service, roll-off service, and mini roll-off services. Call Scott, Kathy, Mary Jo, or Bethany at 465-3335. Ingram Waste Disposal, proudly serving Edgar and Clark County since 1950.
second quarter mass timeout is finished. So we are back underway. Tiger ball, far sideline where Gracie Watson will inbound to Trinity Tingley. 3 minutes to play, second quarter. Hawkins had it out top, finds Sullivan. Grace looking, gives to Watson. Tingley cuts through. Now here's Combs. A three from Caitlyn's no good. Rebound comes down to Ingledow of Marshall. Back the other way, trailing by 9 comes Marshall. Saulers in the corner. Pass up top, McFarland. Back to Saulers. Saulers is fouled on her drive.
Lady Tiger foul number 3, Trinity Tingley, her first.
Trinity picks up her first.
Back in the lineup for Lady Tigers.
Be the team's fourth.
And from Marshall, Addie Scott.
Rigdon checks in for the Tigers. Scott for Marshall. Lions will inbound from under their own basket. Pass to Kai Ingledow. Guarded by Watson. Now Scott at the free throw line. Now to Saulers. Now Zara Ingledow, and another foul called on the Tigers.
Lady Tiger has a 14, Grace Sullivan, her first, team's fifth.
Gracie Sullivan picks up her first. Team's fifth.
Ingledow to inbound. Gives to Saulers. Ingledow goes straight to the corner. Good defense there by Watson, reading that play. Never let Kai catch the ball again. Saulers dribbles out top against Sullivan. Her pass intended to go over the head of a Tiger is deflected into the backcourt, retrieved by Marshall. And they will get across the timeline and reset. Ingledow to Scott. Up top, Zara Ingledow. Into the corner. Saulers, another three is good from Noli Saulers. Rigdon wide open for a three of her own, and she connects. (27-18). Big answer there from Madison. Gets the lead back to 9. 1:20 to play, second quarter. Ingledow into the corner. Still looking for her first triple. Looking for her first point still. She has it now at the volleyball line. Backs away from Watson. Passes into the corner. Now down low, Scott. Out top, Saulers. A few feet beyond the three-point line. Rigdon there to play defense. And now Sullivan poked it away from her. On the deck is Sullivan and Rigdon. Jump ball. It'll stay with Marshall. McFarland over to inbound. 55.4 on the clock. Into Zara Ingledow. Screened. Set by Kai. Ball out of bounds. Last touch by the Tigers.
Back in for Lady Tigers, Trinity Tingley, Kendra Young. And Kate Littleton.
Watson, Young, Rigdon, Tingley, and Littleton on the court for the Tigers. To Ingledow's, McFarland, Scott, and Saulers for Marshall. At the elbow is McFarland. Looking down low for Scott, but getting her hands in there to rip it away was Tingley. Then Rigdon had it and lost it. They were both on the ground. Couldn't do much with it. Saulers now with it for Marshall. A drive, she's fouled. But it's called on the floor. However, it's the 7th team foul on the Tigers.
Lady Tiger foul number 11, Kate Littleton, that's her third.
Littleton picks up her third.
The lineup for Lady Tigers.
Sixth on the Tigers.
Stefan just quicker than I am. 6th team foul on the Tigers. Ingledow on the left wing into the corner. Saulers. 3-on-3. Tingley guards Saulers and stole it away. Number 3 in white got the better over there, but then turn it over. Nearly another steal. Watson trying to save it, and they're going to call a travel on her. That would indicate she had possession of the basketball. I'm not sure she ever did.
I'm not either, but
Bobbling it the whole time. She was trying to keep it from going out of bounds. It'll stay with Marshall. McFarland inbounds, 7.8 on the clock, 27-18. McFarland fires a shot up wildly off the top of the backboard that lands out of bounds. It'll be Tiger ball, 2.2 left. Marshall to pressure full court, Young to trigger. Long pass up ahead, finds Watson, 1 second. Watson fires, no good. And she knew it was off to the left as soon as she let go, turned and headed towards the bench. And the teams will head to the locker rooms. Paris leads at the half, 27-18. We'll be back with halftime stats and halftime show on the Paris Sports Network.
Located at 500 West Jasper Street in Paris, Soleil Body Salon offers 5 lay-down and 1 stand-up tanning bed, as well as spray tan services. They also have a nail technician, an esthetician, and a hairstylist. Give Leslie and her staff a call at 465-7546. Located at the Paris Airport, Seed Solutions wants to wish the best to all Paris Tiger teams this season. Contact Chip or Bethany Keys at 251-0153. Our pregame show is sponsored by White Sheet Metal Heating and Air Conditioning, your hometown boys for over 50 years, offering 23.5-hour service. That's right, they need a half hour for coffee. Call John at 217-465-3195. Terry Elliston has been your good neighbor State Farm agent since 1981. They focus on auto, home, life, farm, and business insurance, along with financial products throughout Paris and the surrounding areas. Their mission is to put the interest of others ahead of their own. They're committed to doing whatever is needed to meet their customers' needs and to truly be a good neighbor by serving the community in which they work and live. Call State Farm for a free auto insurance quote at 465-8548. Diamond Brothers Insurance, LLC has been providing security and peace of mind for individuals, businesses, and government entities for over 150 years. Their agency philosophy is to serve their communities with excellent service, advanced technology, and comprehensive insurance protection. Visit any of their 44 locations throughout the state of Illinois, Indiana, and Wisconsin. You can give them a call at 465-5041 or stop by 111 Sheriff Street in Paris.
We're at halftime here at Paris High School. Your Tigers lead 27-18 over Marshall. A little under 5 minutes before we get started for the second half, so I'll turn it over to my partner, Lenny Irwin, who has stats from that first half.
We do, Clay. Thank you, sir. For the Marshall Lady Lions, they were 1 out of 2 from the charity stripe for 50%. They were 4 out of 8 for 50% from two-point land and 3 out of 8 for 38% from three-point range. They are led in scoring with 11 by Noli Sullers, 5 points for Addie Scott, and 2 points for Libby McFarland. They committed 10 turnovers in the first half and 2 personal fouls. For your Lady Tigers, they were 2 out of 3 for 66% from the free throw line, 5 out of 15 for 33% from two-point land, and 5 out of 11 for 45% from three-point land. They committed 3 turnovers in the first half and 6 personal fouls. They are led in scoring by Maddie Rigdon with 12. Then it drops down to 6 for Kendra Young, 3 points for Trinity Tingley, and 2 apiece for everyone else. Caitlyn Littleton has 2, Sarah Mills has 2, and Deming Hawkins has 2. That totals your Tigers 27. They lead at half 27-18. It was pretty exciting first half, Clay. I thought maybe we would really blow it open, but Marshall's hanging right in there. They're hanging tough.
Yeah, another night where Tigers aren't hitting all their shots, right, or really taking advantage of the turnovers they're creating for Marshall. And both those things kind of keeping that score there at 27. I can't remember what they had in the first half against Newton, but I can tell you it wasn't 27. I think heck, they might have had more than 50 in that first half.
It was 54-18 at halftime.
54-18.
Yep.
And 27-8, so half the score.
Yeah, exactly half the score.
Yeah, pretty telling there. Just from first half production, Tigers were hitting shots down to Newton, getting out and running and finishing at the rim there at Newton. So
yeah, we missed a lot of easy ones tonight, it seems like. For whatever reason, we're only shooting 33% from two-point range. And like I said, we missed a lot of easy layups tonight that we should have had.
Yeah, and obviously can't blame everything on the rim, especially for the real close ones in there. But fun little tidbit, I know that Coach Brinkley, when I heard it, I was hoping it was serious, but I thought it was a joke that Coach Brinkley wanted Athletic Director Creighton Tarr to loosen the rims, and they got a hold of the maintenance guys and tried to literally loosen these rims out here. And Coach Brinkley told me that the springs that are in the rims here were as loose as they could go anyway. So we just need a few guys to come in here and throw a couple down and hang on them for about 10 seconds. And
loosen them up a little bit more then, huh?
Yeah, right. So that was kind of interesting because, it just seems like every year it's how these rims been stiff rims, and it's just got to be something with the standard of the whole thing. It doesn't move a lot, right?
No, it doesn't.
When a ball hits the rim or backboard, so but that was just kind of an interesting story that I was talking to Coach Brinkley about.
Well, by him being a shooter, he would know, though. I mean,
that's right.
Because he was one of the best to ever come through the Paris High School.
1 minute and 10 seconds left before the second half starts. Looking forward to the rest of the week. Tomorrow night, the boys will be in action, JV and varsity, here at home against Teotopolis. Teams are off on Wednesday. Thursday, the girls junior varsity and varsity back in action as they will travel to Olney for their third LIC game. Boys fresh soft basketball will be playing here. On Friday, boys will be here at home against Marshall. And then on Saturday, boys JV and varsity travel to Arthur, Levington, Atwood, Hammond. Also on Thursday, there will be games going on out here at the high school as your Paris Crestwood Eagles will play in the state championship for the girls 7th grades 2A state tournament. Crestwood took care of business pretty easily during this weekend. First beating Mount Sterling 30-17. Actually the same score that the Mayo Redbirds won by in their first game on Saturday. And then Crestwood beat T-Town 37-12 to advance to the championship game. Mayo lost in their second game of the day on Saturday, so they will play for third place on Thursday. The Eagles right here playing for a state championship at home. Tigers start with the ball here in the third quarter. Littleton cuts through. Littleton be playing with her 3 fouls. Shot up for 3 is good from guess who? Madison Rigdon. 15 now for Rigdon. Sollers across half court. Tingley switches off on defense to Littleton. Now poked away by Kate into the hands of Tingley. Tingley bounce past Littleton. No dribble shot up, no good. Another layup goes unfinished. Back the other way comes Marshall. Engledow brought it across half court, passes to Scott. Has Sollers in the corner. Gives it to her, baseline drive, wraparound pass intended for Sanders, stolen by Littleton. Long pass up ahead, finds Tingley, has Rigdon, passes to her, and Rigdon finishes for 2. Trinity spun around and knew right where she was going to throw it, put it in the pocket of Rigdon, and Madison finished.
Girls are really unselfish tonight.
Engledow had it on the left wing, now gets it back. She'll fire a 3. This one clips the backboard. Hands on her head. Kai heads back down on defense. Engledow still scoreless in this one. Littleton, not sure what happened there except for Littleton drills a 3. Sollers had her hands up instead of playing defense. Kate might be the last girl in the conference, maybe in the entire state, that you'd want to do that to.
For sure.
And a timeout will be called by Marshall. A 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here. That was Littleton's first 3 of the game. Makes it 35-18 with 6:04 remaining here in the third quarter. So Tigers on an 8-0 run to start things.
Well, the ladies still playing good, tight defense. So they forced 3 more turnovers already this quarter. So.
Tiger ball out of the timeout. Tingley up with it across half court. Uses a screen from Young. Now gives to Young. Around the perimeter, the Tigers work it. Here's Rigdon, a baseline drive. Bounce pass into the corner. Littleton, another 3 is no good. Rebounded by Rigdon. Rigdon goes up with a shot, no good. Rebounded this time by Kai Engledow. Engledow gives away to Scott, who drives in and finishes toughly. It's 35-20. Scott has 7. Young posting up on Scott and had it knocked away. It'll stay with Paris. Tingley inbounds to Young. Now Hawkins. Hawkins to Rigdon on the right wing. Young down on the block. Hawkins a screen set at the elbow. Rigdon into the lane, had it blocked by Scott. Out of bounds it goes. Tigers will inbound once more. Tingley to Young. Shot up, no good. Got her own miss. Put back is also no good. Scott pulls it out of there. Then nearly another turnover. Sollers and Young fight for it, and a jump ball is called. It'll be Marshall ball. Ingledow and Sollers working across half court. Pass down low. Sanders turns around, puts one off the glass for two. It's good, and it's 35-22. Littleton back the other way is fouled on her shot after a baseline drive.
McFarland picks up her first. Team's first this half. Looks like Caitlyn will be at the line.
First free throw from Littleton is good. Second free throw also good. Marshall works it across the timeline against the Tiger pressure. Sollers, bounce pass to Sanders, flat-footed shot, no good, but got her own miss. And she's hounded by Young, stolen away by Kendra. Hook pass all the way up ahead to Littleton. Out to Young. Hawkins finds a Rigdon far corner. Three on the way, no good. Rebounded by Sanders. Sanders gave to Sollers. Sollers across half court against Tingley. Bounce pass finds Scott. Scott a drive, swatted away. And out of bounds by Kendra Young.
Looks like Combs and Mills coming in for Young and Hawkins.
McFarland to inbound for Marshall. Intended for Sollers, deflected out of bounds by Littleton. McFarland passes in, this time intended for Ingledow. Again, deflected out of bounds by Littleton. McFarland cleanly passes in this time to Ingledow. Kai to the far corner. Up top, Scott. Scott not a threat from deep. Mills played off. Sollers, however, is, but airballs one. And we will have our mask timeout here in the third quarter with 3:48 remaining in the third. Tigers lead 37-22. This is the Paris Sports Network.
Country Financial representatives Mark Gladding, Jim Blue, Katie Schopfmeyer, and Dan Phipps proudly support our student athletes. Give them a call at 465-8320 or stop by their office at 802 North Main Street in Paris. Stewart and Carroll Funeral Home is dedicated to providing compassionate and individual attention to every family they serve, sincerely caring for your family's needs. Stewart and Carroll Funeral Home proudly supports Paris Tiger Athletics. Farm Credit Illinois supports communities, farm families, and agriculture with constructive credit and financial services today and tomorrow. Helping farm families succeed, that's Farm Credit Illinois.
.348 left, third quarter. Tigers will have it out of the break. Thanks for joining us here on the Paris Sports Network. Happy to be bringing you Tiger basketball tonight. Busy week for Tiger basketball. If you haven't already done so, go ahead and subscribe to the Paris Sports Network on YouTube. Get notified every time we come live with a broadcast. And I know we bring that up just about every time we mention subscribing, but the option is always there not to get notified and just support the network and support the channel. Every subscription we get becomes a little bit easier to find for family, relative, or friend that's searching for us on Facebook or YouTube. So go ahead and hit subscribe if you haven't. Turn those notifications on or off, whatever you want to do. As Combs wants to finish at the rim, and she did, but they called the foul before.
I'd say she got tripped up and got fouled. Fouls by 23. Addie Scott, her first, team second.
Combs is 2 levels away from that basket counting, right?
Yeah.
Maybe not in college, but she reaches the W. They're going to count that for her. Mills a drive, picked up her dribble, and tried to get it to Rigdon, but couldn't. Turnover, but Rigdon got it back. And a timeout called by the Tigers, a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. A lot of chest passes from Marshall, and not many pass fakes have led to dozens of tip passes by the Tigers.
For sure.
And a lot of turnovers, right?
A lot of turnovers. Yep, I've got them for 14 right now. So
just that, I guess it might have been the last time down the court where the inbounder threw the ball in 2 consecutive times, and Kate deflected both of them.
Both of them, yeah.
Just the inbounder's looking at who she's going to pass to the whole time, and then chest pass, and pretty easy to read. Sometimes we take the fundamentals for granted.
We do.
You know, Lenny, and even at the high school level, even coached by as great coach as Coach Miller is for Marshall, it's not always going to be there.
No, it's not. Especially when you're short numbers and like they are tonight. So
37-22, Tigers looking to inbound. Tingley to Mills. Mills into the lane, kick out Littleton. Combs in the corner, Littleton out top of the volleyball line. Tingley on the opposite side. There's a dribble handoff. Combs into the lane, finds Mills, shot no good. Good find by Combs. Mills, I believe, had her shot deflected, and it'll be Marshall back the other way. Zara Engeldow fires from 3, no good. Rebounded in the lane by McFarland. She lost on her way to the court. Here come the Tigers. Littleton gives to Rigdon. Rigdon hesitates, then tries to get into the lane. Lost it. Mills out of there with it, and she shoots and scores. And is fouled. Look what I found, says Sarah Mills.
For sure.
She'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
Foul's going to be on 34. Zara Engeldow, her third now. Team's third.
Free throw from Mills is good. Sarah will check out for Deming Hawkins. Tigers lead up to 18. Zara Engeldow with it over the left wing. Hawkins plays defense. Engeldow gives to Scott. Scott still stuck on 7 points and turn it over. Bounce pass intercepted by Combs. Easy layup is good by Combs.
Caitlyn gets in the scoring column.
20-point lead, under 2 minutes to play the third quarter. Here is Engeldow. Over to Saulers. Combs guards her. Pass to Scott. Scott lost her balance, but a foul's called.
Oh, wow. I didn't see much there, but that's kind of ticky-tacky. But that'll be Kendra's first. Team's first this half.
I was going to say, it changes the 0 to a 1 in the team foul column for the Tigers. Engeldow still looking, gets called. No, timeout called by Marshall.
I was just saying, I thought that was a pretty long 5-second count the way it was, but
30-second timeout. 1:39 remaining. Yeah, she didn't have more than half a second left to get it inbounds or take a timeout herself. So Coach Miller calls it 4. It'll be Marshall ball out of the break. (42-22). There are some other games in the LIC happening right now. Casey is playing at Robinson, Lawrenceville playing at Mount Carmel, and Olney playing at Red Hill. At a conference, Newton playing an old LIC foe in Edwards County. Tigers have the best winning percentage. Marshall second to them with their 6-2 record. Ingledow passes into Sollers. Up top to Zara Ingledow. Looking for her sister, but turned it over. Threw it right to Kendra Young. Young up ahead. Littleton. What a pass from Littleton to Hawkins. Deming finishes. Littleton fading out of bounds. Got airborne and hooked one over at her defender. And found a cutting Hawkins. 44-22. Ingledow at the volleyball line. Dribbles to the right side. McFarland pretty close to an illegal screen there as Ingledow dribbled too far away from her. Now Zara's shot, no good. Rebounded, strong rebound by Kendra Young. Up ahead of Littleton. Backs away, fires from three.
Boom.
Got it. Littleton was sizing it up the whole way. Ingledow wasn't quick enough following her out to the perimeter. And Kate knocks it down. It's 47-22. Kai Ingledow. No, this is Zara Ingledow with it. At the volleyball line and a foul
little
call.
Bump foul there.
Yep.
That's going to go against Deming. That's going to be her second. Team's second.
And one of those plays where you're kind of thinking, what's Ingledow going to do there, right?
Yeah.
She was out here just dribbling real slowly around at the mid-court logo. And
Nowhere to go, really.
if there was any contact, the game was not affected whatsoever by it. Either way, Marshall ball out of bounds on the far side, 25.2 remaining. McFarland picked up her dribble, might have walked with it, gave it to Sanders. Into the corner, Ingledow down low. Scott. Shot up is going to be counted. And Scott will shoot one. Not sure Scott knows
Rigdon
that it was
picks up.
counted.
Yeah, her first.
Neither did two of the three refs. But we got it sorted out now. Scott will head to the line for one free throw.
Well, they're giving her the basket, so we'll see what she does at the free throw line. It's good.
Makes it 47-25. 12 seconds up ahead. Young has Littleton wide open on the block. Instead goes to Combs, who cuts through and lays it in.
Easy
4-2.
layup.
Combs saw the opening, read it the whole way. Good find from Young. 1 second. Scott fires one up that nearly went in. And she just turned around and threw it up. And we will head to the fourth and final quarter. Your score, Tigers 49, the Marshall Lions 25. This is the Paris Sports Network.
The Paris Sports Network would like to thank our affiliate sponsors, Moody Farms, Darren and Erica Kohlmeyer, Jim and Kay Taylor, Tom and Marnita Stuck, Step Farms and Excavation, Steve and Lynn Young, and the Mary Lou Pine family.
(49-25), 8 minutes to play in this one. Caitlin Combs, Trinity Tingley, Grace Sullivan, Sarah Mills, and Kendra Young on the court for the Tigers. Noli Sollers, Kai Ingledow, Addie Scott, Ashley Sanders, and Libby McFarland on the court for Marshall. Tigers start with possession. Tingley to Sullivan. Now gets it back. Tingley at the volleyball line, gives to Young, right wing. Young fires a three, no good. Rebounded by Mills. Mills Careful not to step out of bounds, and a timeout called by the Tigers, a full timeout, so we'll take one with them. This is the Paris Sports Network.
Great Heart Seed is dedicated to providing the American farmer with the most profitable corn, soybean, wheat, and alfalfa lines. Their vision is to work on your farm, helping you build higher yields and bigger profits. Contact them at 465-4132. Great Heart, great yields. Church Insurance is an independent agency specializing in home and auto, life and health, as well as business and farm insurance. For over 100 years, Church Insurance has been servicing Edgar and surrounding counties. Stop by their office at 116 East Court Street and talk to Bruce, Ann, or Tay, and let them take care of your insurance needs. You can also give them a call at 465-4022 or visit their website at churchinsagency.com.
Out of that timeout, it will be Tiger ball from under their own basket. Paris leads by 24 with 7:41 on the clock.
Looks like Tingley's going to trigger the inbounds play.
Lob into Young. Up top, Combs. Here's Young in the lane. Kick out Sullivan. Tigers are on the perimeter. Combs backs away at the midcourt logo now. Tingley left wing. Now Combs. Thought about driving baseline on Ingledow. Instead works it back around the perimeter. Tingley to Combs, left side now. Three on the way, no good. Rebounded by Sanders of Marshall. Sanders has Mills all over. Her pass deflected out of bounds. It'll stay with Marshall. Minute gone by, fourth quarter, 49-25. Saulers dribbles up for Marshall, across half court. Directing traffic. Passes to Ingledow. Up top, Sanders to Saulers. Saulers has space but won't take the three. Instead gives to Sanders. Scott. Ingledow to McFarland. Up top, Saulers will take a three this time and miss it. Rebounded by Caitlyn Combs. Up ahead to Young. No numbers for the Tigers. Young drives in and has it blocked out of bounds. It'll stay Tiger ball. Tingley lobs into Young. Shot up over the front of the rim is good. About a quarter of a second for Trinity to pass that one in. And it's 51-25. 6 minutes to play. Tingley guards Saulers. Saulers drive. Shot was blocked by Sullivan. Then knocked out of bounds. And Saulers was the last one to touch it. As she was already out of bounds. It'll stay with Paris. It'll go Paris ball. Littleton and Rigdon in for the Tigers. Through their set, here's Littleton. Floater from the baseline is good. (53-25). Saulers crossed half court. McFarland had it poked away by Rigdon. Now has to get rid of it. Poked away again by Rigdon. Stolen by Madison. Back the other way is fouled and will head to the line for two.
Looks like the foul's going to be on 23. Addie Scott, her second. Team's fourth.
First free throw is short from Rigdon.
Don't see that very often.
Second is good for Madison. Makes it 54-25. Saulers at the volleyball line for Marshall. Bounce pass to Scott. Scott into the lane. Nearly lost it, somehow kept control of it. Now Saulers fires a three, no good, rebounded by Rigdon. Pulled down strong by Madison. She crosses half court. Down the lane, shot up off the glass with a bit of English, finishes for two, and it's 56-25. That gives Rigdon 20 on the night. Here's Saulers into the lane. Her left-handed layup is no good, but an offensive rebound. Kick out, Ingledow looking for a three, still no good. This one online, off the rim, just short from Kai. And a jump ball will keep it Marshall possession as the clock runs with the 31-point advantage. Ingledow to inbound. Screen set by the Marshall inbound play. Kick out Saulers. Ingledow. Scott. Saulers has it. Drives around Littleton. Got around Hawkins. Shot up no good. Deming with the rebound. Up ahead Littleton. Littleton has Sullivan 2-on-1. Bounce pass kicked away by Ingledow inadvertently, so we'll play on. Goes out of bounds, however, and it will be Paris ball.
Looks like 24, Gracie Watson checks in.
Inbound pass to Rigdon. This is about the time we have our mass timeout, but maybe with the running clock, we're just going to say play on. Littleton fires a three, no good. Rebound, Sullivan got a hand on it, knocked it towards the half-court line where Hawkins chases it down. Littleton, deep three,
boom.
Got it straight through for Kate Littleton. And it's 59-25, a timeout called by Coach Tingley.
Yeah, they want officials saying mass timeout.
They are going to take it. They're going to turn it into the mass timeout. So, yeah, good catch, Lenny. We'll take one with them. We've got a full timeout now, so when we come back, there's less than 3 minutes to play. Tigers lead 59-25. Marshall ball out of the timeout. Across half court comes Saulers. Ingledow, another three is good
Nice,
for
finally
Kai.
got one.
Her first points of the night, 59-28. A lot of these players know each other from travel ball, just playing each other throughout their high school careers, so probably a game as Taylor Clark fires from deep, no good, left it just short. Sure there will be a lot of conversations after this one on the court. Players and families hanging around in the gym after. Always kind of fun to see. And pass up ahead from Hawkins is deflected out of bounds by Saulers.
Oh, they're going to say Paris touched it last. No, now he changed his mind. Yeah, he recorrected. I was going to say, I didn't see how Paris touched it. But
yeah. I know during the NAL tournament, the girls' portion of that tournament, Kai Ingledow and Maya Osborne were here to watch the Tigers play, as they hadn't yet started their season. Came up here and watched some of her travel ball teammates and opponents play. As there's a entry pass from Hawkins, lobbed it over the defense to Sarah Mills, who catches and finishes for two. It's 61-28. aren't too many hated rivalries like there used to be. You know what, Lenny?
No.
We're all kind of friends nowadays.
Well, the towns are so much smaller, and like you said, Clay, they all play together in the summer and AAU ball, and whether it be softball, baseball, whatever, they just about all got to pool together to have enough to make a team anymore.
Nope. Yeah, I don't know if it's the Charleston football games coming up, stolen away by Hawkins. Mills pulled it out of there and fired up ahead. Taylor Clark finishes for 2. Always happy for Taylor to score after that game where she was at the line and they normally stop the clock for free throws to let him shoot. And Taylor was up there and they said just let the clock run. So she didn't get a score. So always good to see Taylor get in the scorebook. But I know that Charleston football game, I think it's that where a couple of players were surprised by some of the old-timers being happy with Paris playing Charleston there. Well, why is that a big deal?
Yeah.
Oh, it used to be a big deal.
Yeah. I mean, if you won the football game, you were probably going to lose the fight after the game. So,
15 seconds left as Vivian Moore is checked in for the Tigers. 7 seconds, and Moore's going to get a steal. 2 seconds left. Vivian will dribble it out. And the final score is Paris 63, Marshall 28. Tigers move to 2-0 in the LIC season. And 6-1 overall. We'll be back after a few commercials with a post-game show that include post-game stats and an interview. You've been watching the Paris Sports Network.
For nearly 100 years, farmers have counted on FS to provide agriculture-related products and services. Call 465-1560 for fuels, lubricants, or propane for home and farm use. Mark, Amy, Salem, and Sarah Isef support Paris Athletics and implore its athletes to play hard and study harder. Lot 50 Brewing, located at 112 East Court Street, is the only brewing company in town. Bring your friends, family, or co-workers in for an evening of games, drinks, and conversation. Order food from other local restaurants or bring your own. Stop in and watch the owners, Bruce Young, Steve Combs, and Doug Smitkamp, work for you. Lot 50 is open Wednesday through Sunday. Check them out at lot50brewing.com. See Diamond Financial for all of your income tax needs. Ben Lucan has 30 years of income tax preparation experience. He and his well-trained staff can take care of all of your personal, corporate, partnership, trust, and not-for-profit tax returns. They'll also take care of all of your payroll and bookkeeping needs as well. See them at 208 East Jasper Street or call 465-8562. Golf season will be here before you know it. An Eagle Ridge Golf Course in Paris offers one of the preeminent courses in East Central Illinois and West Central Indiana. Their Wednesday night league will be starting up soon, but they also offer special services such as corporate events, receptions, and group lessons. Call 463-3434 or visit eagleridgeparis.com.
Welcome to the postgame show on the Paris Sports Network. We get ready for interview with Coach Tingley as he makes his way up the bleachers. Also wanted to mention the 8th grade Crestwood team that won their sectional and will also be playing in the state tournament. That's on the 11th for them to play. Joined now by Coach Tingley. Thanks for joining us, Coach.
You're welcome.
Just kind of first thing I guess I'll say is, or see what you thought about it. Did it feel a little dead in here tonight there for maybe at least the first half, if not the whole game?
The whole game.
Yeah.
I think by Maya not playing for Marshall kind of took some of the specialness out of the game. There's a good chance we could play them again in a conference tournament, but like this was the last chance for, Maya and Kai and Maddie and Kate that have been friends for a really long time to go at it. I think it kind of takes some of the air out of it. I mean, when our girl, and I think a sense from our girls, it was a little bit like that too. They don't express that like verbally, but I think I felt that, and it was a little dead in here. I was really surprised how dead it was, especially we started out pretty well. Then we just kind of went to a little lull there, and then the crowd kind of died from that, and it really never reappeared. I felt like, and I think maybe because people's already expected the outcome that was going to come from the game. That's good and bad. That's a good problem to have, right? When when people just expect you to win at the same time, like, our girls play hard. There's some times tonight where I feel like maybe we didn't play to our full potential because we've been working really hard at doing this breaking and running the floor really well. And we practiced yesterday because we had Saturday off because the junior high state was in here. We didn't really go, do anything especially hard yesterday. We had Saturday off. Friday wasn't too tough of a day. So they should have some legs right now. So I got to figure that out. I got to figure out, like, are they just staying up too late? Are they overworking themselves, outside of basketball, or do they need a little bit of break right now? So, but we got a tough game coming up on Thursday, with Olney. So, there's no rest as far as it goes on the schedule wise. But I'm going to have to kind of see what it is. I have to figure that out. What is it? And then just assess on how I can take care of that and make sure that they're ready to go, physically ready to go, mentally ready to go on Thursday.
Is Olney healthy? Is Blank back? And
Blank is back.
Okay.
I know she's been having some difficulty, some complications, when you have a knee surgery, compensation. I heard some things about some shin splints. Your knee just swells. When Sarah had her knee, it was just constant, like a little bit here, you kind of 2 steps forward, 1 step back type of thing. And I think, and maybe Anna's experiencing that. I don't really know the 100% full status of their team. I know they're a much different team without her. Just because she brings so much leadership and she's so smart. She's such a smart player, and she plays at that just level. She plays mentally above everybody else when she's on the court, and without that team is a little bit different. But we'll see what happens. I expect a good challenge from them. Nobody's going to just lay over for us. That's for sure. No good team. So we'll look, see what they've got. We've already kind of scattered them a little bit, put a little game plan together, and just kind of see what we can do, see what we can exploit with them, those type of things.
You mentioned junior high here on Saturday.
Yeah.
Speak a little bit to the success, again, that we're seeing both Crestwood and Mayo. I think I saw, it was Coach Gates back on the bench tonight.
Yeah.
So speak a little bit towards those teams.
Yeah, and that's why my voice is so hoarse right now. There's just been a lot of games in a very short amount of time, and I think I'm wearing myself down a little bit from doing a lot, and Missy is too. And I know Dan is recovering. He missed a couple early games because he was sick. So. We work really hard at our day jobs, and then these are our second jobs really, and we work really hard at them too. So yeah, Saturday was a fun day for both Mayo and Crestwood. Called Dan, I think 3 times that day and talked to him back and forth. We're just sharing, what's going on in the experience and how are they doing versus how we're doing and that type of thing. So the Crestwood girls went over and sent the Mayo girls off because they left before us Saturday morning. It's just fun. I know there's a lot of negatives about like having 2 junior highs in town. There is, but and people will talk about whether they think we should or shouldn't. It doesn't matter. Right now we have 2, so this is what we do, what we have. But right now it's really exciting to have 2 junior highs. This is the good part of it. 2 junior highs, both successful, both playing very well, both going to medal in a state tournament at 2A and 3A level. So feel really good about that. Both teams have worked really hard throughout the year, and it's a testament to, again, how much work and time and effort that all the coaches here put into that, and then also the girls, because a lot of those girls spend time, outside of the season, working, on a travel team, or they work with a skill trainer or whatever. It's definitely part of the town is basketball, and right now girls basketball is it's in there. People know it's an important part of growing up is playing basketball, and if you play basketball, you're gonna have to work at it. And these girls have done a fantastic job, and Mayo's gonna play for 3rd, 4th at 6:00 on Thursday night, and Crestwood's playing for first place on Thursday night at 7:30. So somebody wants to probably get on and follow that, they can see a couple really, really fun games and follow those along Thursday night. And at the same time, unfortunately, my high school team's going to be playing and it's just it's part of it. When we set this up, there's again positive and negative to having your coaching staffs and I think there's way more positive than there is negative. One of the negatives is like not everybody can be at everybody's games all the time. So but again, a good problem to have. If it wasn't happening, we wouldn't be at state. So so it's a good problem to have all the coaches split up on Thursday night. But should be a fun night of basketball. Yeah,
no, same situation. I think exact same couple years ago, right? We're going down to Olney on the night of a championship.
That
game,
was when like the freshman class, one that was that the freshman class, they would have been 7th graders. And last year there wasn't a state tournament. The juniors class. That was a home game, and we actually moved it up, and we played at Evelyn Gym. And so, we've been able to maneuver it. This year, it's their game. It's hard to maneuver a game that's somebody else's. We try to make some phone calls and just see, is that even possible to try to maybe move a game? But it really messes everybody's schedule up. It just does, and I understand. I wasn't asking for, them to move, heaven and earth to do it. So, but I did ask, is it possible? And they said, it's just really not possible with the referees and whatnot. So we're just going to go with it. Everybody's going to be successful Thursday night, and that's just the way we're going to look at it. Everybody's going to have, a job to do and go get it done.
Well, you say you can't be in the same spot at twice, but Paris Sports Network's going to try. So
okay,
you'll be able to be checking on your phone at halftime if you want to.
Absolutely. All right, great.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Coach.
Appreciate it.
Thanks again, Coach Tanley, for joining us. Post-game show. And I'll turn it over to partner Lenny Irwin for stats from tonight.
All right, we'll run them down real quick. For the Marshall Lady Lions, they were 2 out of 3, 66% from the free throw line. They were 7 out of 15 for 46% from two-point land, and 4 out of 14 for 28% from three-point land. I had them committing 17 turnovers in the contest, and they had 4 personal fouls in that second half. They were led in scoring by Noli Sollers with 11, 10 points for Addie Scott, 3 points for Kaya Ingledow, 2 points for Ashley Sanders, and 2 points for Libby McFarland. That totals their 28. For your victorious ladies, they were 6 out of 8, 75% from the free throw line. 15 out of 31, 48% from two-point range, and 9 out of 20 for 45% from three-point land. I only had us committing 5 turnovers in the whole contest, so that's really what we took care of the basketball really well. For the ladies, we had 4 personal fouls in the second half, and we were led in scoring by Maddie Rigdon with 20. Kate Littleton chips in with 15, and it drops down to 8 for Kendra Young, 7 for Sarah Mills, 4 points for Deming Hawkins, 4 points for Caitlin Combs, 3 points for Trinity Tingley, and 2 points for Taylor Clark. So that's your stats.
Appreciate it, Lenny. And people didn't hang around as long as I thought they were going to. This place
they
cleared
sure
out
didn't.
quick, didn't it?
It is empty, isn't it?
It's empty. Well, thanks for those stats, Lenny.
Not a problem.
Thanks for everybody that joined us here on the Paris Sports Network tonight. Tune in tomorrow to listen to your boys take on Teotopolis here at home if you're unable to make it out to the high school. And then the girls, as you heard Coach Tinley talking about, will be back in action on Thursday in Olney. And sounds like it'll be Lenny and I bringing the action then.
Should be.
Definitely be calling the varsity game. We'll try to get the camera set up and running for JV. Might not be talking to you then, but hopefully have you set up to watch it at least at 6:15 and then take over for varsity.
Sounds like a plan.
Sounds like a plan. Well, that's our goal moving forward. And again, thanks for listening. And that's for Lenny Irwin. I'm Clay Best, signing off here on the Parasports Network. Have a good night.